Good morning and welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm the indefatigable Chuckalicious Chuck Williams.
And joining us from the Panhandle Auto Burglary and Theft Unit, Commander McBroom, keeping you aware, keeping you up to date on the dangers in your community from theft and auto burglary. Good morning, Commander. How are you doing today?
Good morning. How are y'all?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Doing well. So we were talking, off air, and you mentioned the number of 19 that is stolen vehicles. Is that for the last month?
That is from last, starting in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there was 19 over the weekend stolen here in town.
Over the weekend?
Not a month. In a
Worse,
weekend.
way worse than I thought. How does this translate into the statistics? Like, are we doing better in this area where we're not having so much, or is this about par for the course for the weekend?
This is usually high for us. We usually average between 3 and 12 for the weekend, and this is I guess because the weather was so warm, it was a busy weekend.
You know, it seems to me that maybe, I guess, is it because we're so far out in the upper end of the state of Texas that our numbers seem to be a little bit higher? It's getting high. It's easier to steal a car up here, or what?
I really think that this Amarillo and the residents around the area have that small town mentality still, where they are too trusting maybe to leave, and they leave their keys in the car or leave the doors unlocked. And I think that's a big issue here, is the small town atmosphere, and we're not a small town anymore. We're
right
a large metro. So yeah, yes.
Commander, as the weather gets better, we tend to open up a little bit more. We're out in the yard. We have the garage open. We have the kids' bikes and all of the toys out in the front yard. Do you see an uptick of burglaries and that sort of activity across neighborhoods as the weather gets warmer?
We actually do. When it gets warm at night, we get lots of auto burglars walking the streets at night, checking doors. Of course, they find the keys in the car. They're checking doors or burglarizing the vehicles. They'll steal those cars. And that's a big issue that we see here is the bad guys will drop somebody off at the end of the block and drive to the other end, and somebody will walk the street checking doors, burglarizing vehicles, and then be picked up at the other end of the block. That's one of the fads that we see here.
Wow.
How important is it to light your property? I mean, because my car's been vandalized, a brick thrown through the window, but I parked it, right in front of the light. Everything was, illuminated, and they still went for it.
It helps to have things illuminated. Of course, the bad guys, if they want it bad enough, they're going to get it no matter what, unfortunately.
Right.
But it does. The stats do come down if they're parked in the light.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in my case, all right, on my street, I don't have a light. Hey, what do I do?
You can have the motion lights installed, like on your garage, over your garage, where if something comes in there, the lights come on. I know there's camera systems that actually are motion activated as well, so the lights and the cameras come on whenever some motion is detected. Those are very good things that we use in our cases, is the camera activated and light activated cameras. It's very important.
Oh, son of a gun.
The Panhandle Auto Burglary and Theft Unit do a great job of tracking these vehicles down. Finding, matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, when we got the story of the hot stolen vehicle of the day, within the hour they had located that vehicle. But it also depends on citizens. We've got to be more vigilant. We've got to do the right things. Firearms are frequently stolen from vehicles. It's the number one hot spot.
Yes.
Being proactive about your own safety is important. And Commander McBroom, as we look at our numbers of violence go up in our community, how tied in and how important it is to secure your firearm.
It is so important to take care of your firearms. You have to be a really good owner, be good ownership of your firearm. Never leave them unoccupied, and if you do, lock them up somewhere, put them in a safe. not only for yourself and keep from getting stolen, but your kids as well. Make sure those firearms are locked up if they're not on your person.
Most crimes are crimes of convenience. We give them the opportunity and they come walking right on in. And if you see something too in your neighborhood, a call won't hurt. Call the Panhandle Auto Burglary Theft Unit or call the Amarillo Police Department. You get a lot of tips on these things from the citizens, don't you?
Absolutely. We can't do our job well enough without the citizens' help. They give us lots of information, and we always follow up on that information.
Commander McBroom and the Panhandle Auto Burglary and Theft Unit are tasked with a monumental job, and they do a great job handling it. Commander, thank you for your time this morning, and stay safe out there.
Thank you.